Tippy time my damies, Topcat here and welcome back to the channel. This warlock is ferocious. As usual, it's got survivability up the wazoo with devour, plenty of overshields, tons of volatile and even more weaken. This allows us to clear out our enemies with ease both in close encounters and at long range. This build is going to center around our aspect of Child of the Old Gods. We cast our rift to create a void soul. When you damage a target with a weapon, your void soul ties to them, drains them, doing damage and weakening them. This won't fly out if you're killing your targets, so if you want to deploy it at a minor enemy, one tap the body to send it out. I'm running it with the healing rift, so our soul will grant us grenade and melee energy, whilst our targets are being drained. And when the soul defeats said targets, we are granted class ability energy. These were already strong, but they have been turned into an almighty playstyle through our new exotic gauntlets, the BRIARBINDS. These have two unique traits. Firstly, our void souls have a longer duration, and they also gain escalating damage and durability as they defeat targets. Secondly, we can now interact with them to retrieve them, allowing them to be redeployed. This is nuts. They last for 25 seconds on your shoulder, shoot it out, it sucks them off and destroys your enemies. The soul will stay there for 25 seconds. You dawdle over and collect it, the timer resets, so you've got another 25 seconds to redeploy. And with this we can just rinse and repeat. This essentially gives you the soul full time, but because we get back our rift juice on our void soul kills, we can deploy multiple. I've had 4 souls on the battlefield at one time, acting as tethers and locking down the map. What's also cool is if your teammate is using the void souls and BRIARBINDS too, your 2 souls can become 1, and you can pick up and redeploy each other's void souls. Not only is this awesome for air clear having that extended timer, it also makes that void soul a great option for boss battles, as it will last the whole damage window, and in scenarios like duality you can pick it up and redeploy it when he moves to the next battle. My second aspect, I've selected Feed the Void. We defeat targets with a void ability to get devour. Devour restores our health to maximum and extends the timer on kills. Now there is an argument to be had that Chaos Accelerant is a better option for improved grenades, and you would just use Echo of Starvation to get devour on orb pickups. But for me, I went Feed the Void, as you want to be able to get devour from a distance rather than diving into the fray to obtain that orb to start your health train. Now this isn't a must, but I found Blink worked particularly good on this build for a couple of reasons. Void builds tend not to have high stats, as so many of our fragments actually remove points. So to keep decent levels of resilience, recovery and discipline, we have low mobility. Blink will circumvent that a little bit. We want to get around the map quickly to pick up and redeploy our void souls. This will allow us to bounce around, close that gap, or run from danger in style. Echo of Harvest has never been a better option. Defeating weakened targets creates an orb of power and a void breach, as by having our void soul full time there won't be any enemy on the battlefield that isn't weakened. During this spy run I got 240 kills and 120 orbs made. It's honestly more orbs than you'll need, but because of this you'll never be missing your armor charge, and nor will your allies. The void soul tether is so much stronger now. You can pretty much just set it and forget it. You'll come up to a segment of the map and find a litter of orbs. Echo of Expulsion makes our void souls even stronger. Our void ability Final Blows cause targets to explode. This will share that damage amongst the other poor suckers in that void soul, triggering a mass extinction event. Another such AoE attack is volatile. So we equip Echo of Instability. Defeating targets with our grenades grants volatile rounds to our void weapons. We have these rounds for 12 seconds, more than enough time to spew out volatile on our enemies, getting drained by our soul, triggering mass multi-kills. I'm using the magnetic grenade. I like it as I can target an enemy to activate my volatile rounds. You can use vortex, but I found the kill wasn't instant. Enemies could get away, and the cooldown wasn't to my liking without the controversial holds. I can have a magnate in 5 seconds. It's got a low cooldown. I've got 100 discipline. Devour feeds me grenade energy. My Void Soul feeds me grenade energy. And we're modding on top of that. We're using the grenade Kickstarter, so this will give us 40% of our grenade charge back instantly whilst having 3 armor charges. Quick firepower to give us orbs on those grenade kills to feed back into our Kickstarter. And innovation reduces our grenade cooldown on orb pickup. So we'll be throwing out nades like they're dollar bills at the Thirsty Beaver. My 4th fragment is Cessation. Our finishes will create a volatile explosion. Volatile kills give us void breaches. I've gone this route as we're hosing out volatile with our weapons. Breaches give us class ability. This means more void souls on the battlefield. There will be a dim in the description below, so I'll just quickly rattle through our mods. Void Siphon, Ammo Finders, Ashes to Assets, Grenade Kickstarters, Firepower, Bolstering Detonation, Chest Piece, whatever damage resist mod you want, Legs, Stacks on Stacks, Double Innovation, and on our class we got Reaper and Double Bomber. Now you're going to want to have an arsenal of void weapons for this kit. My favourite primary weapon was the Age-Odd Bond from the Last Wish raid. It can roll with destabilizing rounds for even more volatile carnage, but it can also roll with repulsive brace in the 2nd slot, so you can get an overshield off the back of your volatile kills. I've been using LMGs. The commemoration is a great option, is craftable, has awesome damage perks and awesome reload perks. However, Gambit has a new Void LMG this season. It's got an origin trait called Wildcard. This has a chance to spawn submunitions on kills. These are pretty much just Telesto bolts. $10 says that these are going to glitch out at some point, and it can also roll with destabilizing, so it's a great AdClair LMG. Paired with volatile and a weaken, there is going to be mad void carnage on the battlefield. This build has gotten me off my solar hype train. I'm back in love with the Void Lock. This is the ultimate in map suppression. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Like it if you liked it, there's a dim in the description, sub if you're new, and until next time, tippy time my damies, what a tie.